All right, so last week I shared my final results and full review of Tracy Anderson's Metamorphosis program. And first and foremost, I want to thank you all for your encouragement and comments and likes. I so much appreciate it. But in that video, I committed that I would continue on with Metamorphosis with the continuity program until I realized, one, that program Metamorphosis itself is 11 years old. It came out in 2010. And two, if my main mission is to provide value to you, the viewer, what am I doing if I'm putting my efforts towards evaluating an 11-year-old program? And then third, if I really consider myself a big fan of Tracy Anderson and I'm so thankful for her, what respect am I paying her when I'm using her old program, when she has an updated platform to access now? With that, I am not going to continue with continuity, and instead I'm trialing her online studio. So for the sake of this video, I'm actually going to walk you through my setup. I put a lot of thought into this. For those of you who have done Metamorphosis, you've done Tracy Anderson, you know the exercise can be up and mobile, it can be down on the ground, and depending on what you're doing, you may have a hard time following along. So this video gets into the best setup for her online studio and even other tips for how you can make the most of your workout at home. Even if you aren't doing Tracy Anderson, but perhaps you are streaming a different workout, I think these tips will apply as well. And if you don't know Tracy Anderson at all and you are curious, I will link a playlist as well so you can see the previous videos, and that'll probably make more sense of this one. As you can imagine, it's still too early for me to provide a full review of her online studio, but you know I will create a video once I sink my teeth in and get a really good understanding of it and how it compares, contrasts to her other offerings. So it was just this week that I started the Tracy Anderson Online Studio, and it's a lot to sift through, but even more than that, it took me some time to adjust the setup so that I could get the most out of it. In this video, I'm going to cover my thought process for configuring my home workout setup. I'm going to talk through what I use to stream Tracy Anderson's Online Studio, and then lastly, how I adjust to different aspects of her program. So let's jump right into it with my thought process for configuring this setup. Speaking for myself here, during a workout, it's the little things that matter. Having a great sports bra, having a strong hair tie, good music, not getting interrupted by spam calls, being able to follow the workout easily wherever you are, whether you're on the ground or standing up, being able to see what's going on. And when one of these little things isn't going well, like say you're listening to an annoying song, it really just disrupts the whole experience. It makes it frustrating, I want to quit, and it's just unnecessary pain to go through. So when configuring the best setup for the Tracy Anderson Online Studio, I had to take all of these things into account. For the sake of this video, and because I'm still on the hunt for a good sports bra, strong hair ties are not a problem, I will focus instead on setting up Tracy Anderson online so that it's most easy to follow. That really includes simply casting from my laptop to the TV, which I will walk through, where to stream music so that it doesn't disrupt the Tracy Anderson program, and then lastly, limiting distractions, because Lord knows how frustrating it is to get a spam call in the middle of those leg kicks. All right, so let's get into the details of the setup. Here are the products and devices I use to get set up. You'll see that most of these are Apple products, which makes it very easy. If you don't have a full suite of Apple products, there are plenty of alternatives that I will touch on, and I'll also link more detailed videos to give you instruction to that as well. So when it comes to Tracy Anderson's Online Studio, there's really two main methods to stream it. One, you have the app that you can download to your phone or your tablet, and then two, you can watch along in your browser. Unfortunately, there is not a way to download the app on a smart TV or an Apple TV, Roku Fire Stick, etc. At least from what I've found. For all I know, maybe there's an update or something that I've missed, but even still, we'll have an alternative so that we can cast onto our TV. So what I have is a MacBook Pro, I have my iPhone, I have an Apple TV, but any smart TV will work. I have AirPods so that I can listen to music without causing disruption to my guy. I also have a Sonos speaker for those times where no one's around. I can be as loud as I want to be, and I don't have to worry about my AirPods falling out. So that is the full setup, all the options I have, all that I need. Now let's just continue on with how we set those up. First, I'm gonna access Tracy Anderson's Online Studio on my laptop. On my Apple TV, I'm gonna select computers and connect my laptop. I'll link a more detailed video so that you can walk through the specifics of that. Then I'm gonna cast my laptop screen onto my TV. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have my AirPods connected to my phone and I'm gonna power up Spotify. The reason why I prefer to stream Spotify on my phone is so that when I do get an annoying song, I can quickly and easily choose from a list of songs. I can also use the AirPods to skip ahead, but having it on my phone makes it easy for me to select a specific song if I want to. And the workouts that I'm doing with Tracy Anderson Online Studio, they typically start in a stand-up format. There's a lot of arms being done, and it's so much easier for me to follow on the TV. So that's why I start with that. I start by casting it on the TV. But then when I reach a point where there's workouts where maybe you're on the ground, I'm doing sit-ups, it's hard for me to see the TV from that perspective, in which case I will stop the cast and then it will just continue on my laptop. So to just stop the cast, all I do is go to my laptop and I basically select end cast, and the video will resume on my laptop. And what makes that so convenient is I can move my laptop all around the room very easily and follow along, and I'm no longer kinking my neck to look up at the TV. That's why it makes it so convenient to have those two options. Stream to the TV when maybe you're upright, you're moving around, and it makes sense to view the TV. It's easier to view the TV. And then when maybe I'm on the ground and I have a harder time seeing the TV, I'm so much more mobile with my laptop. If for whatever reason I need to cast back on the TV, I can easily do that by selecting cast it onto the TV. And it's as easy as that. Now, if you don't have the Apple products that I've mentioned, that is completely fine. There are plenty of alternatives. But what you will need is either a smart TV. That's basically TVs that allow you to download apps or cast your screen onto your TV. I will link tutorials to help you with that. Another alternative from casting from your laptop to your TV is to actually hardwire your laptop to your TV with an HDMI cord. But the reason why I would steer away from that is because when you do want to move your laptop around, you then have to worry about the HDMI cord being connected to the back of the TV and your laptop. But again, it's another option to look into. All right. Up to this point, we've talked about my thought process and how I stream Tracy Anderson's Online Studio. We talked through the mechanics of how I do that. And one other very important element of creating the ideal workout environment at home is limiting distractions. Now, the smallest thing you can do to help you in that, or at least has helped me so much in that, is setting my phone's do not disturb. Now, this is something I've just recently started doing, but it's made the world of a difference. It took multiple times for me to realize there's loved ones calling me, there's spam calls calling me, and it's getting in the middle of my workout and very frustrating. So I've learned, set my do not disturb on my phone, and as a result, I don't get calls coming through, I don't get notifications of text messages coming through. It allows me to stay focused. Now, depending on what type of phone you have, there's different ways to set that. If you don't have an iPhone and it doesn't specifically say do not disturb, it's likely gonna be something else. I would just look up a tutorial on that and I'm sure you can find it. But it's one of those small things that makes a dramatic difference, because there is nothing like being in the middle of the throes of a workout and somebody calls you. When it comes to working out at home, again, the little things matter. So as much as we can create an ideal experience and make us feel like we're at that Tracy Anderson studio in person, the better it's gonna be for us. And I've gotta say, especially when casting onto the TV, it's so weird at times because when Tracy's looking in the mirror, it feels so real, and this sounds ridiculous, but it feels so real. I think that I should be seeing myself in that reflection, which is just so funny. Not only does it feel so real at times, but it also is so much easier to be able to have the flexibility to watch on the TV and even watch on my laptop, depending on which is most convenient. All right, since you're still watching, and I really appreciate you, wanted to share some extra bonus tips. During the time you are following the video on your laptop, I highly recommend that you update your screen idle time. So most laptops will come with a setting where maybe the laptop screen goes idle after, say, a minute, and that's just because it conserves battery life. But when you're following along in a video, you don't want to constantly be resetting the cursor or touching the cursor so your screen doesn't go idle. I mean, that is so annoying. So when it comes to the Mac, you can actually select the Apple icon that's at the top of your home screen, go to System Preferences. You can quickly adjust how long it will take for your laptop to go idle. That's an easy fix. That makes a big difference. Also recommend that you actually expand your screen so that the video is taking up the full screen. That's probably an obvious one, but for me, I realized I wasn't taking the extra step to do that. And again, it makes a big difference when you're able to just maximize your screen, maximize the video so you can see all those details. With all that said, I hope that's helpful to you. I hope that this helps you improve your at-home workout streaming setup. And of course, if you have any questions, would love for you to leave a comment below. And if you want to see my future videos on how I'm following Tracy Anderson's online studio, would love for you to subscribe. Of course, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And again, really appreciate all of your support. You know who you are, and I just thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all have a great week.